here?
It's a drum roaster. It's gas fired, and it's got a big drum in there that where the coffee roasts. And once that's done, this is a cooling tray. Starts cooling the coffee down so we don't get over temperature on it. It draws air down through it and starts cooling it down immediately. So if we just let it sit there, it would continue to cook and get to the wrong temperature.
Okay. So it's basically releasing the air trapped underneath the beans. If it was just sitting there, it would kind of hold it.
It would hold that heat and get a little more temperature than we want.
And so you also sell coffee, it looks like. You box them up, and bag them up over there.
Yep.
What is this, though? What is the Boot Hill Distillery? You put them in barrels and sell them, too, or what?
Well, all we do down there is we roast the coffee, and then right after it's roasted, we splash the barrel with the Dodge City Boot Hill Distillery.
That's the famous
bourbon.
Distillery over there, huh?
Age the beans for a week, then box it up.
Is that what you splashed, that bottle right there? Or?
Right here.
Whose idea was it to use that?
Oh, that was Clinton's. He's the owner of Red Deer, and he.
Oh, is that your son or something like that? Okay.
Yep. And so came up with that, and it went over really well. We came out Dodge City's 150th anniversary. That's what the date is, 1872, 2 years ago. And so this will be the third year for it, I think.
Wow. I mean, it sounds like a great idea, and you know, two local businesses working together to put out a unique product at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's only here in Dodge City.
Right. So we somehow got over here to the Boot Hill Distillery. What is your name?
My name's Stephanie.
Now she's all nice. Before she's like, I got to do this again. But no, we've already walked around a little bit. You've talked about the history of the place. Y'all apparently got this whole establishment building for $10 at one point.
We paid $10 for the building, although old buildings come with expensive problems and a lot of renovations needed to be done. So,
right.
$10 quickly turned into about 1.9 million, I'm sure. It was definitely a labor of love. A lot had to go into it.
But you went from all that to all this, and this is like the... This is kind of like the freaking science building in here.
It is. It's kind of a mad scientist laboratory, if you will.
And then y'all are doing everything in-house as well, which was very rare.
We mill, mash, ferment, distill, bottle everything in-house. We grow all of our own grains for our spirits. We're not outsourcing anything. Owners are 4th and 5th generation farmers. So they farm about 10,000 acres, just 40 miles from here. What we've got over here in the corner is our vodka still. Each one of those panels that passes through, it's removing more and more congeners, which are basically impurities.
It's a wheat vodka. That's a little rare if you think about it.
It is. We've got a corn vodka that we've put out for Kansas State University as well. So we've got corn and wheat products. We've done a few experimental things with some other grains, some triticale, and we've got a rye that's in the barrel. Any of you rye drinkers out there as well?
Well, and you were saying this style of tour you do kind of... With everybody, you're giving me an expedited one, but there's this room you were telling me about. Where is this room?
I mentioned this was the city municipal building. Once upon a time, this was the city jail. We have definitely transformed it from its origins. But the really neat thing in this room is, although we took all the cells out, if you look up at the ceiling over here, you can see where people were incarcerated at different times and carved their names and how long they were incarcerated for. So it's definitely something adds a little bit of character to the building that we were able to kind of keep a piece of history in here and still make it our own and make it useful. It's also available for rental. If you needed to host a business meeting, I think we've got seating for about 28 people in here. So definitely if you have a small business meeting or something informal that you needed, we do offer up here as well. Full service bar if requested. We have a cute little mini bar that we will stock, on request with our various canned cocktails as well. And if you want to pay the extra for a bartender for your event, we always offer that.
And they can have you.
They could have me. Price is right. Once upon a time, this was the courtroom. It's getting framed out. You see, we've got framework for our bathrooms. This is going to be another venue that could be rented out for various purposes, parties, wedding receptions. I want to have a masquerade ball.
Oh yeah,
We do have one wedding booked for next spring, so looking forward to seeing what we're going to do in here. Although we're going to keep it kind of looking like a courtroom, although it's going to be a bar, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, and I'm assuming when y'all was able to acquire this for $10, like most of the entire building kind of looked like this in a way.
No, you could see sky for sure. Like I said, the roof was caving in, all the windows were boarded up. Although 98% of the windows here are original, the glass has been replaced, but they were able to maintain and refinish some of what we already had. So.
And so I'm assuming that executive room we just saw looked similar to this in the beginning stages.
Oh yeah, everything. Actually, it looked probably a lot worse. The fire department and police department had both used the building for training purposes, so they had blackout mazes set up. I mean, you can see where there's paintball splatters and stuff on the wall still. So if you know anything about firemen and their training, they like to go through things. This would have been the judge's private chambers. You can see it had a little
overlooking the town.
Balcony here, looking down on all the peons of the city. We've got the big original safe in here, although most recently it has been used for Christmas decor. We just moved those, so. But this should be looking to finish up by the end of the year, so we're excited to get another venue space available for our guests. And we're basically back at the beginning where we started. The whole building is kind of one big giant loop. So this room was the marshal's office. You can see we've still got the brick bars on the outside of the window there. Currently it houses some of our private collection barrels, also some single barrels and some experimental things that we're working on. Although most of these are privately owned by individuals. If you're interested in that program, let me know. And then over on this side, distiller's lab. We've got
an actual lab, so you are chemically tasting different.
Oh, absolutely. So we've got all our different botanicals that we use for everything from our gin to our prickly ash bitters, lots of juniper down there, some experimental coffee liqueur, and some other fun stuff.
Is there any like rare things in here that most distilleries wouldn't have that you're like, this is our little extra special?
I would just say not necessarily inside, but extra special for sure that we grow all of our own grains for our products. There's only a handful of those in the country, so
probably in the world, I guess.
Probably. We take definitely a lot of pride in what we're doing here. We're not so much worried about quantity as we are quality.
Right.
We will only ever get as big as we can get. We're not looking to be Jack Daniels because we make good whiskey here.
Oh, wow.